guys, it's Andrea. I'm back with another finishing to the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Large. I'm doing Jubilee. I'll link Cotton Cuts down below in the description box if you want to check them out. They have the Puzzle Mystery Quilt series. They have fabric subscriptions. They have the Gnomes of the Month. They're fixing to start the Tim Holtz program. They have thread subscriptions. They have so much stuff, y'all. Just go check them out. They're fantastic. So, let's carry on putting this together. In the first video you saw, we finished this, the center. Now we're going to go on and start building on that. First up, 4B. See, 42828. What? What? Okay. Clue 5. Okay. Here we go. Clue 4. We're making 4 of this strip, so there's going to be 4 of each block, and then next is 2. I have a whole bunch of these, so I'm just going to pull 4 out and put the rest back. Put these 2 together. It's the same night that I sold part 1. We finished our movie and I came back in here because I have an hour, well, I have 45 minutes before I have to start getting ready for bed. Stella picked out the movie The Ritual, and it was on Netflix, and it was really good. She did good. I'd never heard of it. It was a B movie, like no stars or nothing like that, but it was about these 4 guys that go on a hiking trip in the woods in Switzerland, and this creepy creature starts hunting them. So, yeah, it was good. We're going to continue, even though it's Halloween night, we're going to continue watching the scary movies through the weekend, because we're just having so much fun doing that. I think we'll watch Silence of the Lambs tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going to suggest. It puts the lotion in the basket. Clarice. I don't know. That's a pretty rough one, isn't it? I was sitting there thinking of all the inappropriate moments in that movie. Maybe I won't pick that one. Okay, next we're going to put 8 and 2 together. So, there's the rest of our 2s. 1. Yep. What is it? 8. These 2 together. up, must come down. The spinning wheels got to go round. This 8 is going to be at the very end of the line. I didn't turn that back on. This quilt just looks like America, doesn't it? America, America. Press all of these. America, America, America. What goes up must come down. Your spinning wheels got to go round. I just realized all of these books are exactly the same, except for the first one. We just did it at different steps. Let the spinning wheel turn. Okay, here's the first section, and we're going to attach it to the second section. That's not right. That is not right. Just a minute. Just a minute. Hold, please. What am I doing? What did I do wrong here? Okay. Dunt, dunt, dunt. There we go. There we go. So it's this, the 3 blocks, this, the 3 blocks, this, the 3 blocks, this. Don't that look good? I'm so excited about this one. I just love this design with my colorway. I can't wait to see the other ones. I think I might be the first one up. First one. They sent me a schedule for the reveal. I think I'm the first one to show my quilt, but there is another side piece. Press these. And then we can put the last block on this. These are borders. Up right again. I don't. Of course I don't. Okay. Now, the very end, put the last section on. Oh, look what it's doing too. Flower, stars. You can't really see that well. Anyway, stars, flowers, stars, flowers. Every other. How did she come up with this stuff? Shayla Christensen designs these. She does a fabulous job. You know what I want to see? I saw it on Netflix when we were fixing to start the movie. The new TV series called Chaos that stars Jeff Goldblum, and he plays Zeus living in modern day times. It looks like it's going to be like a sci-fi comedy. I don't know. K-O-A-S. I love Jeff Goldblum. The previews for it looked awesome. Like he's calling all of his kids and leaving messages on their machines because nobody answers his calls. And he's like, hey, it's Poppy. Call me back, son. You know, calling Athena and Hercules and all of them. Clarice. So I was like, I want to watch something about lambs. Like, it has nothing to do with lambs. She won them both fat people. One of them great big fat people. Sam was asking for The Exorcist, but I don't think they'll like The Exorcist. That's a little intellectual and adult. You know what I'm saying? I remember as a kid, well, I didn't watch it as a kid, obviously, but I always thought it was kind of boring when I was young. It's not really something that I think would interest teens. Okay, there we go. Alright, what are we doing with this? What? What is this? Oh. Take 2 of these. Okay. 2 of these are finished. 2 of these we're going to elongate. So get 7C. And put it on each ends. But make sure you rotate it where the blue square is in the top corner. You know what else? That movie reminded me of Blair Witch Project. That's another one I totally forgot about that was terrifying. Y'all remember that one? I watched that one when I was in graduate school. By myself, living in a dorm that was empty for the summer, except for me, that was rumored to be haunted. It was not my best decision to watch that by myself. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, when I was living in that dorm all by myself, and I had a graduate apartment, in the door. I never ventured past the front door straight across to my apartment because that was just terrifying to me. That whole huge building being empty really creeped me out. So I did not go exploring. Freaking loving this quilt. Okay, the other side, make sure the block's in the upper corner. To go round. All right. Now we can put them on. We're gonna start with the short ones. And the short ones, let's see. Make sure there are no squares on the outside corners. Join step 8 to the sides. Okay, so we're gonna put these on the sides. I think this is perfectly square though, right? Is it? I don't know which one's the sides and which one's the top. I think it's perfectly square. I think it is. So how do I position these? With A to the outside, and A is the white stars fabric. Make sure you have white to the outside. I think I'm gonna pin this to be safe. And then at the intersections, yeah, definitely gave off Blair Witch vibes. You know, I never watched that again either. I only watched it once, and that was enough. That was back when everybody was saying it was real. Like they were, I don't think they could get away with that today, but they were saying it was real. That's what terrified me so bad. the thought that that could be real. Of course it's not. Something like a phenomenon. I may or may have not seen a ghost while I was staying in that dorm room. They told me before I moved into it that it was rumored to be haunted. It was the oldest, it's the oldest dorm, I know I've told y'all this, but maybe you missed it. It's the oldest dorm on campus, okay? So there was no air conditioning, nothing. It was made before any of those things existed. Except my apartment had air conditioning out. I put units in the windows and stuff. But anyway, what the heck was the name of that dorm? McLeod, or I can't remember the name of it now. But if you looked at it from an aerial view, it's in the shape of an E, a capital E. Supposedly after the guy's daughter who designed it. His daughter died, I think in her 20s or early 20s, and her portrait, this is the one time I did kind of venture away from my door, because right next to my door was the desk for like reception and a lounge. One time I went in that lounge and her portrait was hanging up, painted like in old-timey clothes, and it was creepy, and I turned around and I left and I never went back. So all this is in my brain, right? And I go one day, which I'd heard the stories about her, supposedly Elizabeth is the one that's haunting it. I'd heard the stories about people seeing her and stuff, but I didn't believe in ghosts at all. So I really wasn't bothered. But one day I took a nap, but I was sleeping in my contacts. And when I woke up, I could have swore I looked up, and standing over me, looking down at me, was a woman, partially see-through, in like period dress, right? Old-timey clothes. And I just remember she was standing there looking down at me. And I just kind of blinked my eyes several times, blink, blink, blink. What's that? And then I opened them again and, nothing was there. But I just chalked it up to my contacts being blurry because I slept in them, and my imagination. And I didn't really ever think about it much. Now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have seen a ghost. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. What do y'all think? It would be really cool, wouldn't it? And like I said, I was the only person in that entire building when that happened. Now the other side. I'm like triple checking I'm putting this on right. I want to say it was built in like the 1800s. I need to go back and McLeod or McLeod or it was at the University of Memphis. They have a beautiful campus, by the way. It was a lovely place to live for 2 years and go to school. Chipmunks running around everywhere. They had a real nice like cafeteria, and I was so poor when I was in graduate school because I wasn't working. I was going to graduate school full time. I did get a graduate assistantship, but that wasn't work. That was a joke, really. And anyway, they paid for my tuition and bought my books. This graduate assistantship did, and gave me $500 stipend, which was for the whole semester. That's what I had to live on, $500. That didn't last long at all, if you can imagine. I was so broke. I lived basically on Taco Bell. There was a Taco Bell on the campus, in the cafeteria. Bean burritos. I lived on Taco Bell bean burritos. They were like 99 cents or 89 cents at the time. And the first day I came to campus, they were having a big party and they had one of those like foot-longs, like 12-foot-long sandwiches, and they were slicing slabs off of it and handing it out. I got a huge slab of it and I lived off that for like a week, that sandwich. I was so poor. I sold my blood for money. That's $20. I went to the blood bank and donated blood for $20. That's how freaking broke I was. And the gas station food. I ate a lot of gas station food. Nachos and hot dogs were a staple. I did go skiing for spring break with some other friends that I had made in graduate school. How I did that, I don't recall how in the world I paid for that. We went to Breckenridge, Colorado, and went skiing. And I actually took my little sister Amberly with me. We had so much fun. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. And my friends in graduate school was 2 dudes. It was just, we were like the 3 Stooges. It was me and these 2 dudes. That was my friend group in graduate school, and I was single. They both had, well, one I think was married, and one was engaged. But yeah, we hung out all the time. The strangest little triplets you ever did see. So it was all of us that went skiing. Maybe Mama paid for it. I honestly don't remember how in the world I afforded to go to Breckenridge, Colorado. It was probably a super cheap spring break deal, I'm sure. That one of the guys planned it. One of my friends. We drove from Memphis to Colorado, and it was a long, long drive. Oh no, I have no desire to ever, I will never ski again in my entire life. I know that much is true. I have no desire to ever ski again. It was awful. I was horrible at it. And so was Amberly. But we still had fun though. They had Taco Bell in that cafeteria. Ow! Shoot! And they had Chick-fil-A. That's all I remember. Those are the two places I would go to eat. I had, in that graduate assistantship, mostly I planned parties and lunches and stuff for freshmen. It was called the Freshman First program. And we were supposed to do things to help freshmen stay in college and not drop out, because it's a big dropout rate, you know, freshmen. So I would plan parties, I would plan field trips, lunches with senior members of staff, with the students, stuff like that. It was fun. I planned a Halloween party and cooked food for it. I planned a trip to the National Civil Rights Museum. That was really cool. Hey, baby. Hey, Pee-Poo. In the University of Memphis, they had like their own TV station. And it would play movies that weren't even released yet. It was weird. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. My pen just came out of my cat head. That don't seem very safe. I'm going to throw that away. I need to put it in the pin cushion for now. Anyway, I was always watching movies because I always had good movies on. I say I was single, I really wasn't. I mean, I came home just about every weekend. I did have a boyfriend, but we were on again, off again a lot during that time. Oh, shoot! Man, I keep sticking myself. Freaking pins. It's a hazardous profession. Lord. But yeah, during the week, me and my two guy friends, we would go bowling, we would go eat Mexican, we would hang out at this one bar called, I think it was called Newt's, something like that, and the boys would play pool, and I would just sit there and watch them. How in the world we ended up to us three together, I have no clue, but we were besties. That program was a really good program too. I busted my butt. But they definitely teach you what you need to know if you go into therapy. It's a good program. Chris and Paul, that was their names. I couldn't tell you their last names to save my life, but it's Chris and Paul. They probably still live in Memphis because they lived somewhere in Memphis. They weren't on campus. Okay. Time at 43. Oh my gosh, is this going to be 3 videos long? Oh. That's definitely no good. I'm gonna have to rip that right there and go again. It's barely, my stitch line is barely caught on that blue. That will definitely pop open. I'm just going to rip where the boo-boo is. I'm not ripping the whole line. I'm gonna rip where the boo-boo is, adjust it, and sew it again. It's so close, the fabric's just tearing instead of ripping. I'm glad I saw this. A lot of times when I do something like this, I don't catch it until after I get back from the long arm and there's a hole, you know? Okay. Everything. I don't know how I managed that, but it's all right. I think we're going to be able to put the last, or this next border on, and then we'll be at a good stopping point. We still have two more borders to go. One more, and it's pieced. And then the other one is just a straight border. might take 2 more videos to finish it, but I think we'll get it in one. Maybe. Famous last words. Wait to see this. Just a minute, I have to find my bearings. Border, border. Okay, found it. I remember though when the drive was so torturous, and Chris, we were in his vehicle. So he was driving and he was like boss of the radio. He was not a good boss of the radio because we had to listen to like Enya whole time. It was awful. It was like or like, and then it was like you know, Irish lilts, and did he put some Barbara Streisand on at one point? This man was a weirdo. It was awful. His taste in music was horrendous. We did get to listen to a little bit of an audiobook though, Jurassic Park, and I did enjoy that. And when we got to Colorado, boy, it was like a blizzard coming down. And my bedtime alarm just went off. Yeah, we're gonna put this last border on, and then we'll wrap for the evening. And I'll have to get up and do the last video tomorrow because I gotta present this at 2 o'clock. Oh my goodness. No procrastinating on my phone for me tomorrow. I'll have to get up, hurry up and drink my coffee and eat my breakfast and sit down and finish this. Oh gosh, I think it's 1 Central. I think it's, no, they're in St. Louis, so we're in the same time zone. I'm gonna have to double check what time. I was thinking 2, but now I'm thinking it's 1. Because I think we have to be there at 12:45. In the curtains. And the wings. The last reveal we did, I was in Paducah at the quilt show. I like broadcast from the quilt show. come a lot and stay with me when I was in Memphis. She was actually living here in my house I'm in now while I was in graduate school. She lived here. But she would come to Memphis a lot too and stay in my apartment, and we'd go to Beale Street, dance and drink and all the things young people do. Go to BB King's, get us some barbecue, listen to some blues. Or she'd come with me and my friends, and we'd play cards. You know, we had a good time. And Amberly used to come to my undergraduate classes a lot too. Man, God, I miss her. She was my best friend. Whew. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna press this border and we'll take a look at it. That's a stunner. This is a showstopper for real though. God, I love it. And we're not even done. We're not even done. We have a pieced border to put on, and then we have another border. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you like the video. Subscribe if you like to watch Sew With Me's. I'll see you at the next one. Pee-poo, what do you think so far? Here he comes. What do you think so far, Pee-poo? Oh, are you not a fan? Okay, checking it out, checking it out. I don't think Pee-poo's impressed. Pee-poo is not impressed yet. Maybe he'll like it better when the borders are on.